What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at something brand new from G&G, their Battleship Grey series. Most of you guys are probably familiar with G&G's SR series and their ARP9 rifle already. The Battleship Grey is a new variant on those guns with a completely new color scheme. So as the name of the guns entail, these guns are a gray, or I do like the term Battleship Grey. It fits these rifles extremely well. I think it's a really cool change in the airsoft market. You see a lot of olive drab, you see a lot of tan, black of course, but this color is quite unique. And I know Crytek makes a gray variant as well, but it's really cool to see G&G dip their foot into this kind of market. I am going to be going over pretty much everything you need to know about these rifles, so if you know everything about the SRXL series, this will kind of be a repeat, but I'm just going to go over all of it just so you guys know. So to start out, we're going to start out with the SRXL, which is the longest rifle of the bunch, hence its name, XL. This gun features a 12-inch key mod front rail, and it is made out of aluminum, so it is extremely durable yet lightweight. On the top of the rail, you feature a set of flip-down front and rear sights. They're actually very convenient. They flip right out of the way, and you're able to attach an optic to this extremely long upper rail. And then you can attach attachments anywhere you'd like on the key mod section of the rail with key mod sections or key mod attachments. So if you guys already have key mod attachments, they're gonna go right onto this gun. These two rifles here feature an Ambidextrous Magazine release, so if you're a left-handed or right-handed shooter, these guns are going to accommodate you very well. You also have an ambidextrous charging handle. You do not have an ambidextrous fire selector, unfortunately. It is something that would have been nice for G&G to do, but at the end of the day, it's a very nice fire selector. It has grooves and indentations, so it is supposedly a non-slip fire selector. Moving down from the fire selector, you also have a very ergonomic grip with finger slots. A lot of people do like these and some do not. In my opinion, I find it extremely comfortable to hold, and you feel like you have a very sturdy grip on your rifle. Moving back from the pistol grip, you get the G&G kind of signature stock for these rifles, and it has plenty of battery space, and it also has a compartment to hold CR123 batteries or any type of little batteries that you'd like to fit in there. You could even store Skittles or something. I've seen it done. One of the most notable features of the SR series rifles from G&G is the internals. I love the internals of these guns. G&G already makes an extremely solid gearbox that lasts forever, and what they've done to their SR series and with these rifles is they've added an ETU, which is an electronic trigger unit, and it is essentially a button in place of your trigger contacts. So for you guys that don't know, they operate mechanically. So mechanical trigger contacts, if you pull too fast in semi, you might have your gearbox lock up on you. It's a very common problem, and it happens to a lot of AEGs. The ETU is essentially a button-driven trigger contact. It's a very simple design, but very effective. Every time the trigger is pressed, you get one full rotation of the gearbox. No matter how fast you pull that trigger, it waits until the cycle is completed to do it again, giving you extremely fast trigger response, and it can't lock up on you considering the gun does one full rotation per trigger pull. It's honestly a great gun to shoot, and they do well indoors because they're very snappy. The MOSFET is also capable of running 11.1 Lipos. They actually recommend you run an 11.1 Lipo, so you get extremely fast trigger response, which you'll see in a few of these clips somewhere in the video. This MOSFET also has the ability to run 3-round bursts. So for you guys who don't want full auto but want a 3-round burst, you can program it to do so. I love that feature. I love that it's kind of more advanced than you see on most AEGs out of the box, especially having that button, and I love the trigger response. It's honestly very impressive. Until you shoot one of these guns, it's very surprising. Moving down, we have the SRL. This is the shorter length compared to the SRXL, featuring a 9-inch rail. Essentially the exact same gun, just cut down a few inches. So all of the specifications I said for the SR-XL is going to apply to the SRL. Now, if you guys wondering, these guns are said to shoot between 370 to 400 feet per second. We're gonna find out how fast they actually shoot with our chrono results. Overall, I really enjoy the SR series. I love these guns, and I just think they're super solid. If you've ever owned a G&G, you'll know what I'm talking about. Now, one of their newer rifles and the newest to this line is the ARP9. It is a 9mm M4 style machine pistol rifle. It's a really compact airsoft gun. I like how G&G did something a little different instead of just making another stubby M4. They came out with these 9mm magazines, so they're extremely thin and long, just like you'd expect on a UMP-45 or guns like that. It still uses a standard V2 hop-up and all version 2 components, so you're not compromising any usability and upgrades or anything along those lines when you step over to the ARP9. The only thing that is proprietary is the magazines, which G&G doesn't even price them that high, so they're very easy to get a hold of, and you're not gonna break the bank buying yourself magazines, which is sometimes a huge deterrent from some of these guns that aren't standard M4s. One of the differences between the ARP9 and these other rifles is it features an M-LOK handguard instead of a key mod rail. So anything M-LOK that you have will attach right to this rail, keeping it lightweight until you add your attachments. So what I like about key mod and M-LOK is if you're not using it, it keeps the gun nice and light. Moving back, you do have an ambidextrous magazine release. It's ambidextrous because the magazine release is located directly behind the magazine. It makes for very quick reloads because you grab the magazine, pull straight down, and it's already in your hand. Moving a little bit further back, you're met with a straight trigger. So for all those guys who wanted to upgrade to a straight trigger, this gun comes pre-installed with one. You also get a set of front and rear sights that do fold down just like the SR-XL and SRL. So if you want to attach a red dot or anything like that, these sights will fold right out of the way for you. You also get a different style of pistol grip. This one is smoother and does not have the finger grooves. So if you don't like the finger grooves, you might like this grip a little bit more. It's still extremely comfortable and has a lot of texture to it, so you do feel like you have an extremely solid grip on your grip. And probably the biggest difference between these, other than it being a 9mm, is the stock. The stock on this is not a typical crane stock. It is an expandable, collapsible stock, and it's extremely convenient. So you can collapse it down to store it or take extremely tight corners, or you could extend the stock out and have a more solid shooting platform. So if you like that option, this rifle is going to work extremely well for you. And one more thing that the ARP9 features, a rotary style hopper from G&G. So for you guys who really do enjoy rotary styles like myself, this gun comes with one right out of the box. The ARP9 is also said to shoot between 330 to 350 feet per second. But once again, we're going to show you our chrono results right now. So if you guys looking for a relatively affordable, very durable, lightweight, and reliable rifle, look no further than G&G's SR series and the ARP9 rifles. They are honestly so reliable, so nice. They feel super good in your hands, and they shoot very well out of the box. A lot of rifles in this price range do not have anything close to the amount of features that these guns have, and I think that's a really good thing to get when you spend this much money. If you guys are looking to pick any of these rifles up for yourself, go ahead and click the first link in the description and it'll take you over to ampedairsoft.com, where you can go ahead and pick one of these up for yourself. And if you have any other questions about them, go ahead and drop down in the comment section below, shoot us an email or give us a call. We'd be happy to take care of any questions that you have. So thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, have an awesome day.